Nigga, that's God power.
Praise the name of Jesus. Praise the name of Jesus.
Hey, welcome back to that God Power. This is the channel where we're going to unlock the God Power laying dormant on the inside of you. But first, today, what we're going to do is break down the book of Revelation. Now, I know that we've all experienced 2021 because we're still here. And obviously, we're still here because you can hear me. But this has been a crazy year. And a lot of people have been like throwing around the idea of, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Oh my God. And so I just wanted to look at the book of Revelation to see how close the events of this year and today and the present and the near future are to the events of the book of Revelation. I remember reading this book way long time ago, but I want to refresh and, let's break it down as we go through it. So today what we're going to do is let's look at the intro of Revelation. Let's see what the story is going to be about. And then in the next episode, we'll hop into the actual story. So the book of Revelation was written by an exiled Jewish Christian prophet named John, who was exiled to an island called Patmos. And the reason why he was exiled there is because he was preaching the word of God. He was preaching Jesus' message. They didn't like that, so they exiled him to this island called Patmos, right? And he received a vision showing that the cult of emperor worship would soon become deadly for the followers of the Messiah. So the society that they were living in, when people would worship people, that's what he had the vision that will become deadly for the people of God. The book of Revelations, or the apocalypse, as a lot of people call it, the end of days, which apocalypse, it means unveiling, the unveiling. So when that is basically a warning, and it was a warning written by John, circulated to the 7 cities in the Roman province of the Asia Minor. So this whole book of Revelations is basically a warning from John to these cities, to the churches. The main point of these messages to the churches was words of challenge and encouragement to these churches. Now, the book of Revelation also details John's vision that he had while he was at Patmos. And his vision, it focuses on Jesus and his role in redemption and judgment of the world. So basically, it shows his vision that he had is him seeing how Jesus is going to judge the world. In that vision, he also sees that the immoral political economic forces that rebel against God will be destroyed, and the Messiah will triumph over all of his enemies. So John's vision ends with the promise that God's faithful servants will reign over the new creation. He also ends his vision with images of the Garden of Eden, which shows that the world will experience a fresh beginning. To me, that's like a whole circle right there. You start at the Garden of Eden, and then that world ends at the Garden of Eden, which is a whole new beginning. So is that saying that it just keeps on going and going? Or is this just the final time that it goes and, everything becomes perfect? We don't know. We'll figure out when we read this book. But also, John says, he who was seated on the throne said, I am making everything new. So that gives us a little hint to the question I just asked before. But that's the end of the intro. So we know what this book is about. It's about the apocalypse, or the unveiling, which is very, very, very interesting subject. And I'm sure it's going to be pretty heavy and pretty tough to break down because of all the imagery and I don't know. We'll see. I've read through it once, but I've never tried to break it down. So let's see what happens when we break it down. Let's see what we can learn new and what we can discover. Hopefully y'all are excited about this, and we break this book down so we can all learn. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that y'all have a great day. I hope that you look forward to chapter 1 coming out soon. And remember that you got that God power.
I got that God power.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.